Good morning, students. I hope all of you are present. I have already sent you syllabus of zoology for 11th class. You must have seen that syllabus, and it has 4 units. And first unit is diversity in living things, and its first topic is characteristic features of living things. And I have sent you notes of characteristics of living things. In those notes, there are 12 points of characters of living things. I think you have gone through those notes and have understood. And those 12 characters are: number one is definite shape and size. You know, all living organisms, either plants or animals, they have definite shape and size, and we can recognize by its shape and size that what type of living thing it is. And next is living organisms organization. It means that all living things, they are made up of cells, and cells unite to form tissues, and then tissues unite to form organs, and many organs unite to form systems. And in this way, there is a definite organization in all the living things. Then growth, and you know, every living thing, it grows. So this is also a characteristic feature of the living things, and no non-living thing can grow. So then the next character of living thing is reproduction, and reproduction is also peculiar to only plants and animals, that is living things. And you know, reproduction is of two types: asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction need only one parent, and sexual reproduction needs two parents. Then metabolism. What is metabolism? All chemical changes which are going on in our body, in the body of the living things, that is known as the metabolism. And metabolism is of two types: anabolism and catabolism. And anabolism are those chemical reactions which are going in our body, which form complex substances from the simple ones. For example, carbon dioxide and water, these are simple substances, and they combine to form the glucose. So this is example of anabolism. And then second type of metabolism is catabolism, and these are those chemical reactions which break down the complex substances into simple ones. For example, oxidation process of glucose to release energy is a catabolic example. Then next character of living thing is homeostasis. You know, all living organisms, they keep themselves stable by maintaining the internal conditions within them. And so, for example, this is temperature, moisture, etc. They maintain it, and this ability to maintain the internal conditions is known as the homeostasis, and it is present only in living things. Then response to stimuli. It means living things are able to sense something. If they get some stimulus, they respond to that stimulus. For example, if we are pinched at our feet by a needle, we at once take away the feet. It means we respond to stimuli. Then next character is healing or repair. Living things are the organisms which have the capability to repair themselves. For example, if there is a wound on our some organ, and it can heal on its own, so we have the ability to repair. Then excretion. Excretion means removal of the waste products. It means the living things have the capability of removing the waste products from the body. Then adaptations. Adaptation means living things, they can adapt themselves according to the changes, according to the environmental changes. Some adaptations are small and some adaptations are long. Short adaptations, for example, if we expose ourselves for a long time in the sun, then our skin becomes dark. But as after some time, after 1 month or 2 months, our skin again comes back to the normal color. So this is a short-term adaptation. Then long-term adaptation means suppose a bird or an animal lives in a place where there are present only seeds, then their mouth parts they adapt themselves according to the feeding habit of the seeds. So this is a long term. For example, it is said that giraffe has a long neck because giraffe used to live in that area where there were tall trees, and giraffe used to eat the leaves of the tall trees by stretching its neck, and after some generations giraffe evolved into a long-necked animal. So then evolution. Evolution is the basic character of all the living things, and it means that living things gradually get modified into new varieties. And so it is not visible, but it takes a long time, but there is evolution. For example, man has evolved from ape-like species. Commonly a layman says that human beings come from monkeys. It is true that we are evolved from the ape-like species. Ape means monkeys. And then the last character is death. And death is also the characteristic feature of living things. Every plant, every animal, it has to die. So death is the characteristic feature of living things. It is we are born, we are young one, then we grow, then we become adult, then we reproduce, and then we become old, and then we die. So that is the characteristic feature of only living things. So these are some of the characters of the living things, and you have to learn these characters, and then you have to maintain a separate copy for the zoology. You have to write these notes on your own, and then you have to learn it.